Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel, The Lovely Effie. Despite as many people who have been following me, I feel like no one really knows who I actually am. Not even some of my friends in real life know who I really am. I've always been proud of how intimate I like to connect with you guys by sending you all handwritten letters in the mail, for example, but I feel as though I'm still not doing my part in sharing with you guys a little bit about who I am and giving you a glance into the history of my life. Hopefully that starts to change after this video, which is a 50 random facts. 50 random facts about me. So let's get started. I was really popular in pre-K. Like, I don't know what it was. I was just really popular. I was a cool kid. I guess it was before having classes. I felt really confident in myself. I've gone to group counseling and individual counseling for a form of abuse I experienced. I'm not quite ready to talk about this one, but I will be soon, hopefully. So yeah, my favorite plushie ever, and she will always be, was Bunny Sunny. She was the stuffed little plushie I had when I was 3, and I kept her all the way till I think 10 or 11 years old, and I was so sad to give her away, or actually I didn't even want to give her away. My parents just gave her away because they were like, you guys have too many toys. Speaking of which, me and my sister had the coolest way to kind of keep ourselves entertained since we didn't grow up with cable by having this game called Nursery. In Nursery, we would basically play with our baby dolls and have like this legit drama going on with them, and it was the coolest thing ever. Like, it could have been a special award-winning HBO series, no doubt. The number 3 is actually my favorite number because Miss Bunny Sunny was 3 years old and she stayed 3 years old for like 7 years. So if ever I'm given the opportunity to pick a number of what I want, I always go with the number 3. So if you're like a magician, you ask me to pick a number, I'm probably gonna pick the number 3. Just saying. I think out of all the Nigerian kids I grew up with, I'm probably the only one that didn't go to med school or law or do engineering or anything stereotypical of what the Nigerian parent wants their kids to do. But no shade. Honestly, I'm super happy with what I went with, and I'm really proud of all of my childhood friends who went and got their degrees in those fields. Super, super happy for all of you. I just find it funny how like I kind of was like, nah, I'm good. In elementary school, I was severely bullied because I had thick Coke bottle glasses, but then in middle school, I got contact lenses, so then I was just bullied for being a nerd. I, in turn, I guess, started to bully people when I was younger as well as a result of being bullied, and that was super not cool, which I realized in middle school, and I cut that mess out. My favorite color is still purple to this day because when I was like 3 or 4, I had my first lollipop and it was grape flavored. So when we were little, we went to the African food markets with my mom, and every time an auntie would give me some free cookies because of how long my hair was, hence why I'm trying to go natural to get that hair length back. Okay, I want my free cookies. I want my free cookies. No matter what, I was and I will always be my daddy's girl. Loud sounds like balloons popping make me have a mini heart attack. In fact, my armpits itch when I get a mini heart attack. Does yours? Because I feel like that's something I should probably look into. I don't know if that's normal or not. The right amount of cigarette smoke actually smells pleasant to me. Just the right amount. Can't be too much, can't be too little. Has to be just right. The most I ever weighed when I checked the scale was 130 pounds. I have stretch marks on my elbows, on the sides of my thighs, and on my kneecaps, and on the back of my knees, all because of extreme weight loss. I mean, I don't know how extreme it would be. I would say it's just I lost a lot of weight really quick. I used to be deathly afraid of all kinds of dogs because not only were the neighbors' dogs really mean, but we had strays. They would travel in packs and nobody would do anything about them. But now anytime I see a dog, I just want to pet them and go, oh my god, baby, you're so cute. Even the service dogs, like, it's so hard. I'm legally blind. I was always a sick child. I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. That's probably why I always get sick. I know a little bit of 5 other languages besides English. French, Cantonese, Japanese, Korean, and Igbo. Je m'appelle Crystal. 깨꾸누메. 강원고의 제 이름은 크리스탈입니다. 소리만한 데스까? I have a bad habit of picking up a language and not finishing mastering them. I shamefully admit this. I was a trollolol on Crunchyroll and Gaia Online. I thought I was so cool. I really miss when there was a tighter sisterhood in the Udali days. The worst job I had was working at a resort. Believe it or not, I hated it. Oh my gosh, like thinking about it gets me so mad. Like a vein is like popping out of my neck right now. Oh my gosh. I get heart palpitations a little bit more than I think is normal. Unfortunately, I'm more likely to get cancer because my father had it and his sister had it. Heights scare me so much that I close my eyes 50% of the time when I'm on a roller coaster, especially during the drop. Like, why do you slow down at the top, please? Please no. This one time I got a sew-in so tight that I got a scalp infection and my lymph nodes were swelling to fight it off, and I thought it was a tumor. I pulled a cat's tail once when I was like 4 years old, and ever since I've been super untrusting of any kind of cat besides the one from Neku Atsume. I had a scene kid phase minus the hair. Does that still count? I always wanted big boobs. Because I was so desperate for friends back in elementary school, I actually dumbed myself down just so that some people would talk to me. I have anxiety issues that I try to hide in front of new people I meet, which makes it worse. I don't get them too often as I used to, but whenever I have a panic attack, it feels as though the air literally just left my lungs and I cannot breathe in more air. It's just locked in its position as the rest of my body is. I'm just like stiff and I'm like, you know, I don't know. I guess that's a panic attack. That's what I was told. Now, I will admit I've gotten better, but I'm still horrible with money. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I've always been adorably tiny in American standards, but I've also been sickly tiny in Nigerian standards. Thanks, mom and dad and uncles and aunties. I have the goofiest, craziest, silliest sister in the world, in the galaxies, in all the universes, and all of existence ever. Lovey-dovey. I have a near phobia of bugs. Like, when I say near phobia, I won't really freak out too much if there are people around me who can judge me. I'm so mentally like everywhere in my head just so I can get away from the bug that I don't even recall. Like, it's like I go blank. Like, I don't know, I can't recall the moment I saw my last bug incident. Like, it's traumatic for me. Like, it is traumatic. Like, if a bug touched me and if it was big, oh man, I would remember that for years. Like, I would still be paranoid, being like, my favorite gaming console is PlayStation, although to be fair, I haven't really given Xbox a fair try, so maybe one of these days. I have still yet to visit Nigeria, but I plan to, especially to see my daddy's grave. When I was close to being 22, I became an assistant manager of an elderly woman's boutique. It's kind of weird. I don't know how that job came to me, but I took it. Out of all the things that I've been told I should do with my life and my weird little skills, I've never been told so much to do something like voice acting. Voice acting has been something that I've heard from so many different people, especially when my voice sounds over a speaker in the drive-thru and people are like coming up to the window and they're like, you have a wonderful voice. Have you ever thought of doing voice acting? And I'm just like, no. Now, as much as I love Super Mario Smash Brothers, I mean, it was a classic, I cannot deny my bigger love for Donkey Kong Country. What? I was all about Trixie and Dixie. I put money down that I can beat you in Brawl if I played with Kirby.
Money down.
I tried to only stick with body oils and perfumes as opposed to mists because those mofos just don't last on my body. As much as they smell so nice and pleasant, they're weak. And finally, my first YouTube channel and sets of videos online were on YouTube back in 2009. You can look for me. I'm not gonna tell you not to because y'all just gonna do it anyway, but don't judge me, okay? I done came a long way from those days. Not the same person. Thank you all so much if you've made it to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and get notifications because I post every week on a Saturday and or Sunday, just depending on how I feel, but for sure a video every week. And also I will be sharing with you guys some fun things coming up about my trip to Asia. That's right, guys. I'm going to Japan and South Korea in less than a few weeks. It's crazy. What is my life? So I thought I would just share with you guys. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, as well as Facebook. So just get on there. And, you know, it don't hurt. It's free. It takes no time. All my links will be down in the description box, and I've added some new little coupon codes for you guys to use and check out if you're interested. Just save some money by spending a little money. And yeah.